invest 1 hour of my time here. Are you ready? Yes, thank you. My warm greetings to the members of this August gathering. I am honored to receive the invitation from esteemed Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh to address the gathering. When I was given with the task of choosing the topic to speak, I used all my intellect to decide to speak on overview of intellectual property rights. My session would begin with this opening statement. Consists various types of intellectual property rights, interesting and important case law on the subject, the proactive role of the judiciary, how these intellectual property rights are indelible part of our daily life, right from that is the test. The common consumer may be confused between the marks and may think of them being the same. Okate kada, idi ade kada, Pari sugare kada ani konukunnanu. Iga ayipoyindi. Nashtam jaragakaledu kuda. Na mind lo oka confusion vaste, oka consumer mind lo ayipoyindi. Infringement jarigipoyindi. The operational word here being may, it only needs to prove that there is a possibility, doesn't require the proof of actual injury. As long as there is a chance of misrecognition of the marks, it is enough for proving the infringement. Coming to class of goods or services, for the infringement of trademark, the unauthorized use of the mark has to be used for the propagation of goods or services that fall under the same class of the registered trademark. Similar to the copyright law, infringement of trademark also includes civil and criminal remedies. We will discuss a bit later in detail. The term of the protection for this trademark is for 10 years and renewable indefinitely, because this is the halwa from the year 1900. He can take that registration forever, subject to renewal, indefinite period. Designs. You please see that design itself indicates what is there in the Act. The Designs Act 2000 is the relevant statute. The appearance of an article plays a pivotal role in affecting the sale of the product. It is for the same reason that the sellers invest much amount, a good deal of time and money to create a design for their product. చూడండి మీరు ఒక్కసారి తనిష్కి వెళ్ళండి, లేకపోతే జాయ్ అలుకాస్కి వెళ్ళండి, లేకపోతే మలబార్కి వెళ్ళండి. ఒక్క దగ్గర చూసింది ఇంకో దగ్గర ఉండదు, ఒక్క దగ్గర చూసింది ఇంకో దగ్గర ఉండదు. ఒక్కటి డిజైన్ బాగుంది అంటే ఇంకోటి కూడా ఉండదు, ఇంకొక పీస్ కూడా ఉండదు. అంటే హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ అండ్ మనీ దే ఆర్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ ఫర్ దాట్. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద డిజైన్. బికాస్ నాకు నచ్చింది అంతే, నాకు ఇది నచ్చింది, ఈ చైర్ నేను కొనుక్కున్నా, వారికి అది నచ్చింది అది కొనుక్కున్నారు అంతే. ఎందుకు నచ్చింది డిఫరెంట్ ఇష్యూ. As per the Act, design means only the features of shape, configuration, pattern, ornament, composition of lines, colors applied to any article, whether in 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional or both, by an industrial process or means, whether manual, mechanical or chemical, separate or combined, which in the finished article appeal to and are judged solely by eye. ఇప్పుడే చెప్పాం కదండి, కంటికి నచ్చింది అంతే. ఐ ఒకటే డిసైడ్ చేస్తుంది ఈ డిజైన్ యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ని. సో యాక్ట్ ఫాలోస్ ఫస్ట్ టు ఫైల్, ఫస్ట్ టు గెట్. నేను ముందు అప్లై చేశాను, నాకు రావాలి. డిజైన్ కదా, నిమిషాల్లో మారిపోతూ ఉంటుంది హ్యూమన్ బ్రెయిన్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఇన్, ఫస్ట్ అవుట్. ఫస్ట్ అవుట్ మీన్స్ ఫస్ట్ to file, first to get. It simply means that an innovator of a design should get his design registered by filing an application to the concerned authority at the earliest in order to make his design exclusive and to protect it. Dear audience, I have a small announcement. At the end of my session, surprising gifts are there, MCQs are there, so please listen with dedication. The Act provides for the concept of absolute novelty. Here is an interesting case. Hello Mineral Water Private Limited. The dispute was concerning a water dispenser which was designed in a cylindrical shape. Delhi High Court held that mere form or shape is not sufficient for the purpose of novelty. The ultimate test is to consider the design with an instructed eye to locate the difference between the design previously published and the registered design for the present. What is infringement under the Act regulating the other IPRs is piracy. It is crucial to note that this Act only provides a civil remedy for the infringement of copyright in a design. The term of protection is 10 years and extendable for additional 5 years. After 15 years, kail katam. So, it will be in public domain. Nobody can claim that this is my design, my design. So, ultimate is 15 years. Coming to an interesting thing, please observe. You can enjoy it. Please observe. Geographical indications. GIs identify the agriculture, natural, manufactured goods associated with territory, region, locality. Why it is important? Protection is necessary to promote and build the regional industry. Next, give access to the international market and build a connection to the consumer with the goods. Example, you can see and understand Tirupati Laddu, Nagapur, Kamala, Kolhapur, Chepals, Tamil Nadu, Kanchipuram, Pattichiralo, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Bhagalpur silks, West Bengal, Darjeeling tea. టీ అనగానే డార్జిలింగ్ అనగానే టీ అనగానే కాదు. డార్జిలింగ్ అనగానే టీ గుర్తొస్తుందా రాదా? లడ్డు అనగానే తిరుపతి గుర్తొస్తుందా రాదా? ఇది ఒకటే టెస్ట్ అండి. ఆత్రేయపురం అనగానే పూతరేకులు గుర్తొస్తుందా రాదా? దిస్ ఈస్ ది ఓన్లీ టెస్ట్ ఫర్ జియోగ్రఫికల్ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్. Geographical identification tags are issued as per Geographical Identification of Goods Act 1999. There is a legislation for that. A geographical indication may be registered in respect of goods falling under the classification identified by the registrar, which include handicraft, agriculture, food, manufactured goods, etc., wherein such class of goods in respect of definite territory of a country or a region or locality in that territory. Unless you register it, you can't claim any infringement of this GI. Registration may be refused to those that are కొన్నిసార్లు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయకూడదు. వేటికి చేయకూడదు? obscene, likely to cause confusion, hurt the religious susceptibilities. No question of any registration of GIs. Registration of GI shall be for a period of 10 years but may be renewed indefinitely. Similar to the trademarks, unregistered GIs cannot seek action for infringement. However, Act doesn't preclude the action for passing of the goods. Next, coming to Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Designs Act 2000. A layout design expressed in any manner which is original, which has not been commercially exploited for more than 2 years from the date of application for the registration, which is inherently distinctive and capable of being distinguishable from any other registered layout design, is protected or registered under the Act. Registration of the layout design shall be only for the period of 10 years. That's all. From the date of filing or date of first commercial exploitation. After 10 years, you cannot claim that this is my right, this is my right. 10 years is the maximum period. The act of reproducing, selling, importing, distributing of integrated circuit layout design for commercial purpose constitute obviously infringement. Such act is performed for the purpose of, ikkada chinna exception chudandi, scientific evaluation, analysis, research or teaching shall not constitute an act of infringement. These are the exceptions. Next, trade secrets. There is no legislation as such for trade secrets, but the way out is there. When a secret should be capable of adding economic value, owner should take reasonable precautions to keep that in secret. In case of breach, owner should prove that competitor got the knowledge by illegal means. That is the only thing he can claim for damages for that. But there is no legislation for this. Next, traditional knowledge. Traditional knowledge. It is a collective property owned by entire community. It is owned by the entire society. Neem, వేప చెట్టు ఎవరిది? అందరిది. పసుపు, టర్మరిక్ ఎవరిది? అందరిది. బాస్మతి రైస్ ఎవరిది? ఎంటైర్ కమ్యూనిటీది. These are some important cases. Turmeric is a tropical herb cultivated in eastern India. Turmeric powder is widely used as a medicine, food ingredient, and dye to name just a few of its uses. It is used as a blood purifier, for example, in the treatment of the common cold, as an antiparasitic for many skin infections. It is also used as an important ingredient in many Indian cuisines. In 1995, what happened here? Please see. In 1995, the United States issued a patent for wound healing rights on turmeric to the University of Mississippi Medical Center. The asserted subject matter was the use of turmeric powder and its administration for wound healing. They have applied for this on turmeric. Turmeric powder and its administration for wound healing, both oral and topical. It received an exclusive right to sell and distribute. Then, Indian Council for Science and Industrial Research had objected to the granted patent. We have discussed in patents, we can make our objections. Granted patent and had provided USPTO with written proof of the prior art. ఆ పసుపు మనకి ఎంతకాలంగా ఉంది, ఏముంది, అది మనకు నిత్య జీవితంలో ప్రతి ఇండియన్కి అది ఎలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనేది వాళ్ళు లిటరేచర్ తీసుకెళ్లారు. While it was well established reality that turmeric usage has been recognized in every household in India for ages, finding documented knowledge on the use of turmeric powder through oral as well as topical routes for wound healing has been Herculean job. Because of extensive research, there were 32 references in various languages, namely Sanskrit, Urdu, Hindi, and therefore the authorities have revoked the patent to US, stating that the claims in the patent were obvious and anticipated, agreed that the use of turmeric was an ancient art of healing wounds, therefore it belonged to India. our country was safeguarded in the turmeric case. Coming to Basmati, here is an interesting issue. Basmati rice, it is in Punjab, a part of another part of the Punjab, now in Pakistan. That is the geographical indication. Rice Tech Inc. US was granted US patent entitled Basmati rice lines and grains in 1997. New rice lines were produced by crossing semi-dwarf varieties from India and Pakistan. Then, it was with 22 traditional Basmati varieties. The patent application includes 20 arguments covering not only novel lines of rice grown from rice germplasm, but also different varieties based on traditional farmers' bred varieties. In addition, Rice Tech also grabbed the name Basmati and thus assumed exclusive control of new varieties based on traditional rice varieties nurtured by farmers' generations. The specific characteristics such as fragrant aroma, okalanti manchi vasana vasundi kadandi basmati rice vandukunte, long and slender grain. The distinct taste of basmati are attributable to the geographic area, larger Punjab area divided between India and Pakistan, where it grows in. This business was thus misleading the public against different and inferior goods. అంటే మన దగ్గర చాలా క్వాలిటీ బాస్మతి వస్తుంటే అంతకంటే ఇన్ఫీరియర్ క్వాలిటీ బాస్మతికి పేటెంట్ తీసేసుకున్నారు. సో బాస్మతి రైస్ అనే పేరుతోటి మన వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడానికి వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ తగ్గిపోయింది. క్వాలిటీ బాస్మతి అనేది ప్రపంచంలో ప్రజలకి అందడం తగ్గిపోయింది. దీనివల్ల వచ్చిన నష్టాలు ఇవి. Under the pressure from non-governmental organizations, the Government of India filed an application for re-examination in the year 2000 on the ground that the rice lines in question lacked inventiveness and innovation. What I said? Coming to patent, please remember the word innovation. Have they invented anything here? That is the question. Rice lines in question lacked inventiveness. In the year 2001, in response to our request, the authorities in US only allowed 5 claims. We have made 20 claims. They have allowed 5 claims. And the title of the invention was also changed from Basmati rice lines and grains 10 to Rice lines BAS 867, RTI 117, like that. RTI 121. Next. It is so important. Plant varieties and farmers' rights. Here is a legislation for that in India. The Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act 2001. Term of protection varies depending on the type of plant from 15 to 18 years. This Act 2001 and the rules of 2003 primarily deals with protection of the rights of plant breeders over the new varieties that they have produced and the right of farmers to register new varieties and also to conserve, breed, use, trade, share or sell varieties of plants that they have produced, improved and preserved for several generations. ఎంత కష్టపడి మన వ్యవసాయదారులు చేసిన వాటిని వాళ్ళు సురక్షితంగా ఉంచుకోవడానికి ఈ చట్టము వెసులుబాటు కల్పించింది. సో కమింగ్ టు సివిల్ రెమెడీస్. Under Copyrights Act 1957, Section 55 takes care of it by way of injunctions, damages, accounts of profits. Trademarks Act 1999, Section 135, the very same thing. It is the option of the plaintiff. Patents Act 1970, Section 108. Plaintiff can also be granted an order for the delivery of the infringing labels and marks for destruction or erasure. ఇక్కడ పేటెంట్ కదండి, ఇంకొంచెం యాక్ట్ లోపల ఇంకొంచెం భద్రత చేశారు. ఏవైతే వాళ్ళు చేశారో అవన్నీ ముందు నాశనం చేసేయండి, అవన్నీ తెచ్చేసి ఈయనకి ఇచ్చేయండి, అలాంటి వెసులుబాటు కూడా కల్పించారు. Coming to Designs Act 2000, Section 22 takes care of it by way of injunction and damages. Coming to criminal remedies, under Copyrights Act, Section 63 to 70 are relevant. As I said, the punishment of imprisonment minimum is 6 months up to 3 years. The minimum fine is 50,000 up to 2 lakhs. And seizure of the copies, because it is a copyright, seizure of the copies. Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Designs Act 2000, Section 56 to 59 of the said legislation take care of this criminal remedy. Up to 3 years imprisonment, fine, forfeiture of goods also there. Please remember, forfeiture of goods also there. Coming to Trademarks Act, Section 103 to 108, punishment is up to 3 years and also fine. New developments by courts on injunction. As I said, the proactive role of the judiciary to attend the situation to protect the intellectual property rights. Mareva injunction, the principle of Mareva injunction is seen as an attachment before judgment. Order 38, Rule 5 of CPC. This is called Mareva injunction. The court can attach the money lying in the bank account of the wrongdoer and attach the property, whatever. Mohit Bhargava and Bharat Bhushan Bhargava case is important here. AR 2007, SC 1717. The court observed these two orders are certainly within the jurisdiction of the court which passed the decree, since they are only orders of restraint being issued to a person from handing over a property in his possession to the judgment debtor along with documents concerned and keeping the documents in safe custody. They are in the nature of freezing order. Freezing, we all know about freezing. ekkadunda akkadu uncheyandi. So they are in the nature of freezing order or a Mareva injunction, and an order akin to ant and pillar order that can be issued even if the property or the person concerned is outside the jurisdiction of the court. Even the wrongdoer is outside the jurisdiction of the court has every authority to grant such reliefs as held by Honorable Apex Court. Ant and pillar order, what is this? This is similar to search warrant. Sometimes people are filing the suits. Along with the suit, they file a petition seeking appointment of advocate commissioner, order 26 rule 9 or so. So like that ant and pillar order, objective is to stop the defendant from destroying the evidence, to preserve the evidence as it is. What is there to keep as it is? This is ant and pillar order that can be done like order 26 rule 9 CPC, order 39 rule 7. When to issue, eppudu ivalandi. Here is an interesting case, Bucyrus Europe Limited versus Vulcan Industries Engineering Company Private Limited. The citation is 2005 30 PTC 279. Here are the circumstances where the plaintiff has an extremely strong prima facie case. Eppudu ivachchu, extremely strong prima facie case where the actual or potential damage to the plaintiff is very serious. It was clear that defendant possessed vital evidence. There was a real possibility that defendant might destroy or dispose of such material so as to defeat the ends of justice. The purpose of ant and pillar order is the preservation of evidence. John D. order, it is ex parte in nature and issued in those matters wherein defendant is unidentifiable. Dynamic injunctions. Here the word dynamic injunctions, the court used the word dynamic injunctions. courts grant orders blocking the infringing content with reference to specific URLs, not the entire website. It is specific URLs. Eros International Media Limited versus Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, 2016 SEC Online, Bombay 10458 is an important case here. Court refused to pass orders for wholesale blocking websites that allegedly hosted illicit links to the movies Udta Punjab, Great Grand Masti and Dishoom. An order to block entire website without demonstrating that the entire website contains infringing material cannot be granted. Specific uniform resource locators, URL, containing infringing material must be identified. Court considered the appointment of ombudsman to root all such grievances and complaints relating to infringement. Geo-blocking and global injunction. You please see to what extent the remedies are there. Geo-blocking and global injunction. Global injunctions have a wider scope as they are necessarily extraterritorial injunctions. Global means the word itself denotes its extraterritorial jurisdiction against online content and defies territory or jurisdiction. Swami Ramdev and another versus Facebook Inc. and others. Here is a case matter concerning defamatory content on Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev. For illegal content which was uploaded outside the Indian territory, the court directed geo-blocking access and disabling viewership of such content from within India. Indialo undi global మొత్తానికి చేసే ఆర్డర్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చే అధికారం ఉంది. Coming to criminal side, NIT Pro International versus State of NCT, 2022 3 SCR 90 is the citation. Honorable Apex Court held that copyright infringement is a cognizable and non-bailable offence under the Act. Thus, for the offence under Section 63 of the Copyright Act, the punishment provided is imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 6 months, but which may extend to 3 years, and with fine. Therefore, the maximum punishment which can be imposed would be 3 years. Therefore, learned magistrate may sentence the accused for a period of 3 years also. In that view of the matter, considering Part 2 of the first schedule of the CRPC, if the offence is punishable with imprisonment for 3 years and onwards, but not more than 7 years, the offence is a cognizable offence. Now, this is the quiz time. Are you ready? ఎక్కడ హుషారు లేదండి. Surprise gifts are there for the winners. ఈ MCQస్కి వెళ్ళే ముందర రూల్స్ ఆఫ్ ది గేమ్ ముందే చెప్పాలి కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను. ఎవరు కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్తారో వాళ్ళు ఫస్ట్ హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయాలి. వాళ్ళకి ఆర్గనైజర్స్ ఐఎమ్ రిక్వెస్టింగ్ దెమ్ టు పాస్ ఆన్ ది మైక్. ఎక్కువ మంది కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్స్ చెప్పడానికి ముందుకు వస్తే వాళ్ళలో ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు చెప్పారో దానికి ప్రయారిటీ. సపోజ్ ఒకే టైంలో ఎక్కువ మంది చెప్తే చిన్నవాళ్ళు ఎవరో వాళ్ళకి ప్రయారిటీ. ఓకే ఓకే నో డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే 2 ఈక్వల్స్ మధ్య వస్తుంది డిస్క్రిమినేషన్. ఈ మధ్య రాదు, ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు రాదు. 2 డిఫరెంట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్లో ఎప్పుడు డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ రాదు. ఐ హోప్ ఐఎమ్ కరెక్ట్. Learned senior counsels are there, so they can clarify it. Among equals, no question of discrimination. These are the rules before going to MCQs. Gnana, you please assist me. Which of the following is not an intellectual property law? Copyright Act. Copyright Act. ఇందాక సారీ అండి, రూల్స్లో ఒకటి చెప్పలేదు, నేను క్వశ్చన్ మొత్తం చదివేదాకా మీరు ఆగాలి. కాపీరైట్ యాక్ట్ 1957, ట్రేడ్ మార్క్ యాక్ట్ 1999, పేటెంట్ యాక్ట్ 1970, సీడ్స్ యాక్ట్ 1966. సీడ్స్ యాక్ట్. అందరు చెప్పేశారు కాబట్టి ఇందులో జూనియర్. నో జూనియర్. హూ ఇస్ ద జూనియర్? ఆల్ ఆర్ జూనియర్స్. ఓకే, ఏంటి? అయితే మీ అందరి తరఫున బార్ కౌన్సిల్ చైర్మన్ గారికి ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాను. వెరీ స్పెన్. సార్ ప్లీజ్ యాక్సెప్ట్ ఆన్ బిహాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్. మీకు 10 పెన్నులు మీకే వచ్చేలా ఉన్నాయి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. Seeds Act is the correct answer. మీ అందరి తరపున రిప్రజెంట్ చేశారు. కాపీరైట్ యాక్ట్లో అది కూడా ఉంది. యూ కెన్ అసైన్. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్ ది బోర్డ్ ప్లీజ్. Jack, Jill and James take photograph of the Taj Mahal from 3 different corners. Is each of them entitled to a separate copyright? No. Okay. They are entitled. Yes. You please come here. మీ ఒక్కళ్ళదే కాబట్టి నో అన్న వాళ్ళు ఎంతమంది? అందరు కదా. ఒక్క నో వచ్చి ఎందుకు నోనో చెప్పండి. ఆల్రెడీ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్. ఓకే. అక్కడ ఏముందండి? అక్కడ ఉన్నదేంటండి? అక్కడ ఏముందండి? కాపీరైట్ని ఇందాకే ముందే చెప్పాను నేను. కాపీరైట్కి ఒరిజినాలిటీ మాత్రమే అని. సో మీరు ఎస్ అని చెప్పారు, ఎందుకు చెప్పారు?
This is a photograph. This is original. Each photograph is original. Structure is different.
Yes, you are right. Yes. I am successful. Yes is the answer. Next question on the screen. An advocate dictates a petition to his typist, Mr. Shyam. Can Mr. Shyam claim as the owner of copyright? Yes or no? All no? Why no? Please answer.
The author of the petition is the advocate. Yes. No.
Okay. మీరు ఫస్ట్ కూర్చున్నారు కనుక మీకు ఈసారి. I will come to you. Next question on the screen. Which of the following attributes is not necessary for a piece of information to qualify as a trade secret? Commercially valuable, known to limited number of people, reasonable steps to keep it secret, it should be in writing. ఏంటండి చెప్పండి. బి ఇస్ ది ఆన్సర్. ఎందుకు బి ఆన్సర్ అనుకుంటున్నారు చెప్పండి. చెప్పండి.
It should be known to limited number of people only.
ఓకే, బి ఇస్ ది ఆన్సర్. యు ఆర్ కరెక్ట్. ఇంకా చెప్పట్లప్పుడే వద్దు. ఇంకా కమర్షియల్లీ వాల్యుబుల్. ఓకే, యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో దేర్. ఇంకా ఎవరన్నా? డి ఎవరు చెప్తున్నారు? డి ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్ రైటింగ్. ఓకే, ఎందుకండి? ఎక్కడ చెప్పారు అలా ఉండాలని? దట్స్ వై. సరే, ఇప్పుడు కమర్షియల్లీ వాల్యుబుల్ ఎవరు చెప్పారు? మీరు చెప్పారు. ఈయనకి ఎవరైనా ఓట్లు వేసే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారా? ఈయన ఒక్కడే మిగిలిపోయాడు, అది చెప్పండి. ఎవరన్నా ఒక్కళ్ళన్నా ఓటేసే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారా? మీరున్నారా? ఓకే, చూద్దాం ఇప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ ఏంటో. Which of the following attributes is not necessary for a piece of information to qualify as a trade secret? ఏమండి, నాట్ అనేది మీరు మర్చిపోయారు. కమర్షియల్లీ వాల్యుబుల్ కరెక్ట్, known to limited people correct, reasonable steps to keep it secret correct, it should be in writing is not correct. So it should be in writing. D చెప్పిన వాళ్ళు ఎవరు? D చెప్పిన దానికి రీజన్ చెప్పిన వాళ్ళు ఎవరు? రండి. మీరు కొంచెం చప్పట్లు కొడితే మీ ఆరోగ్యానికి మంచిది. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్ ది స్క్రీన్. చదవండి. X made an application to register trademark for Tevasol, a veterinary medicine. Y objects to the application stating he is the registered proprietor of the Tevasol, a human medicine. Is the objection sustainable? Woman అక్కడి నుంచి woman, first time woman. నోనా? అలాంటి అబ్జెక్షన్ చెప్పకూడదా? హీ కెన్ మా ఒక్కటి చెప్పండి. బీనా ఏనా అదొక్కటి చెప్పండి. మీరు ఆన్సర్ బీనా ఏనా చెప్పండి. బి చేయకూడదు. ఓకే మీది అయిపోయింది. ఏ ఆన్సర్ అమ్మా బి కాపితే ఏ, ఇంకేముంది? ఏ ఎందుకు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి ప్లీజ్. ఏ ఎందుకు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. She is telling. So, if it is for a human medicine or veterinary medicine, the medicine is the same. The content of that medicine is the same. Come to wrap up. This may be the last question.
Hello.
An overview of all the IPR indicates the legislation in place are archaic and similar. In all the legislations, balance is sought to be achieved between the creator and the consumer. This is the beauty of this area of law. The need of the hour is to read IPR and with other branches of law in one voice, particularly intellectual property rights and human rights. Though usually read in isolation, intellectual property rights and human rights, you please think. Before leaving the dais, I am just making a request. You please think. What is the interplay between the human rights and intellectual property rights? As Honorable Apex Court heavily come down in the case of Sun Pharma, so many cases relating to pharmaceutical drugs of serious diseases. How human consideration has been taken by the court, how proactive the court in attending such situation. Please think. The role of judiciary in enforcing the IPRs cannot be overlooked. Almost in each IPR, there has been significant contribution by the courts, from looking into the technical aspects to unearthing human consideration. The courts of this country embraced the law of IPR. As young lawyers, I request you all to make yourself completely aware of the laws and contribute to the development of the subject, which will produce enormous results to all fragments of the society. I believe knowledge is a progressive elimination of ignorance. I hope and trust the synergy of this auditorium could achieve that object to some extent. I have placed the MCQs at the end of my presentation because it is the assessment of the speaker, assessment of what the speaker has done for the last 1 hour. When you have given right answers to every question, I am very happy for that. If I place MCQs at the beginning of my presentation, that would be helpful to the speaker to assess your understanding about the topic. That's why I thought it fit to place them at the end of my presentation. Thank you one and all for patiently hearing. This is Jyotirmay.